Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 5, Episode 7. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you one of my peoples, welcome back. So, y'all, I was wondering how this conversation between Candice and Ashley was going to go. And we going to throw in Giselle since she knows and she's going to want to, be front and center when the information was, told to Ashley. Because it could have went two different ways. It could have been Ashley accusing Candice of being messy and being mean and all these other things, or it could have been like, okay, girl, thank you for giving me this information. I didn't know how it was going to go. I would have preferred that Candice not went to Giselle in the first place. You didn't need a middleman. Yes, you and Ashley are just now getting back to being friends, but it's not like y'all was never friends. So you could have taken that information straight to Ashley, not bypassing Ashley and walking down to the guest house to go get Giselle. So she does, they let Ashley know, we would like to speak with you in private. And this is when Monique was like started. I don't know what it is about Monique this episode, but she was like, all her frustrations was going towards Candice, and I didn't think it was warranted. But after they get back to the house, the other ladies, they go out to the little, I don't want to call it a bonfire. Maybe it was a bonfire, like a little fire that Monique had set up. And Giselle, and I don't know why Giselle was leading the conversation when it was Candice who had the information in the first place. But anyways, Giselle takes the lead and it's like, Candice found out some information and she just wanted to bring this information to you. But before they could do that, Monique, she was in and out of the kitchen looking for graham crackers, and they're getting frustrated. It's like, we just want to tell this girl this information, and you in the background, maybe listening, maybe looking for graham crackers. I don't really know. But they finally let her know that, hey, one of Candice's friend who works at a strip club or knows somebody who works at a strip club saw Michael Ed said strip club, and here's some text messages that were, this is the text messages that I got from the person who seen what was going on. Now, Ashley, she reads the text messages and she wants to know if the person is credible. Like, do you trust this person and with the information that they were telling you? And Candice says, yes, I do. But, Ashley, she doesn't know if she can fully trust this information because she be reading text messages, she reads emails, she be sniffing on Michael's drawers, she be doing all those things, to make sure he not cheating. And see, either that's telling me that either he is cheated in the past and now she's trying to make sure he doesn't do it again, or she just flat out, want to make sure if he is cheating. We see it these two ways, but we do find out that Michael, he does like to go to the strip clubs, and that he was at the strip club while she was pregnant and hormonal, and it's made her feel all types of way. So this isn't beyond the scope that Michael was out here at, strip clubs doing what he do. Now, the next morning, Monique is upset that Candice, Giselle, and Ashley had this little secret meetup. Now, once they got done telling Ashley the night before, I know I'm all over the place, they did go out to the little bonfire. It was cute and all, but I don't really do s'mores because I don't eat pork, and there's pork and marshmallows. But I would have loved to melt me a piece of chocolate and put it on a graham cracker. I would have enjoyed something like that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. They came out there at the tail end of the bonfire, which has caused Monique to be upset for the majority of this episode, and I was trying to figure out why. Like, y'all was having this secret meetup. Ashley explains that, hey, Candice found out some news and she told me. And Candice explained that she felt it was best to tell Ashley in private. But Monique, she seems to be still mad that Charisse, like, first of all, she's sick of people attacking other people's marriages. And I was like, this wasn't an attack on her marriage. This was, listen here, I found out some information and I want you to find out first before, I don't know, say the blogs get a hold of this information, because there's a good chance it was somebody else at the strip club that saw Michael doing all the things that he was alleged to be doing, and they took a picture and hop, skip, and jump and sent it to a blog. So it was, okay, I'm going to tell you this information so you have a heads up on this situation. It wasn't an attack on her marriage, because if it was an attack on her marriage, she would have went and told somebody. She would have spilled the beans in front of everybody. So I don't think it was an attack on Ashley's marriage. But Monique, she is still mad that Charisse was invited to Candice's, anniversary party. She is still harping on this. Like, she invited this woman who was at her spreading rumors on me. Now, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I've been wrong before, and there's a good chance I will be wrong again. Just do it respectfully. It wasn't Charisse who spread the news. It was somebody who Monique thought was a friend was out here telling all these things. It wasn't, Charisse didn't start the rumor. It was somebody else. And Candice had helped Monique get a cease and desist letter towards this person who she thought was a friend, spreading all these rumors. Now, I think Charisse may have been like, girl, y'all know what's happening type of situation, but she wasn't going out there spreading it. But for whatever reason, Candice and Charisse are getting the brunt of all of Monique's anger, and I don't know why. But I was like, you talking about Candice bringing Charisse to her anniversary situation. Didn't you bring Sherman's ex to like some functions that you knew Giselle was going to be at, and this same ex was going around saying that Sherman was out here doing A, B, C, and D? Now, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but do it respectfully. Is that true? I know this Giselle and Sherman were not married, or not married. Wasn't thinking about getting married. I don't know. Maybe they were. I don't know. But isn't that kind of in the same category of situations? I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry. My allergies. I got back from Georgia on Thursday, and the allergies that were there in Georgia, they cousins are here in Houston, like I always say, and they was here ready to kick my tail. Yeah, these allergies, y'all. They not nothing to play with. They something awful. They just disrespectful at this point. Well, y'all, I don't know what Monique is going through, but it seems like she's taking all her frustrations out on Candice. And it's not looking too good, because say what y'all want to say about Candice these last few seasons. This season's Candice, she has been trying her best to avoid situations, but I'm just going to leave. I'm not going to get out of pocket and give you no energy. I'm just going to leave. I'm not going to let it take me there. And she just leaves. And for whatever reason, when she does leave, it's like, oh, you want things on your own schedule. It's just a lot. Now, Monique is still upset about this whole bonfire situation and how Candice ruined it. I was like, how did she ruin the bonfire situation? Like, all the preparations that you put into it. Like, it seems like the circle pit was already there, so you didn't need to do that. You just need to get some logs, squirt some lighter fluid on it, and light a match, and bam, you have a bonfire. So I don't know what kind of, all the preparations you went into this that she ruined. I guess she wasn't there the whole hour that y'all was sitting there. I'm not really sure. But she's taking it out on Candice, and Candice, like, this is the whole reason why I told Ashley, me and Giselle told Ashley in private, so we wouldn't have to do things like this. You're making it bigger than what it is. Monique is like, you're making it bigger than what it is. And Candice is like, you know what? I'm not going to do this. She decides to leave. I'm just going to exit stage left because I don't want to go there with you. Now, Monique, she is still on 10 with Candice. And Wendy and Robin noticed that, hey, both Giselle and Ashley were not at the bonfire. These three were talking about whatever it was they were talking about. That's their business, not ours. But you are not giving that same energy to Giselle or Ashley. Well, Giselle had left because she had to go. She was nominated and apparently won some literary award. She wasn't able to fuss at Giselle. Ashley, she talked to Ashley earlier that day. It's like, yeah, you may have talked to Ashley, but you're not giving Ashley that same energy that you were giving to Candice, and it is starting to show. Like, you were more angry at Candice when it was 3 of them out there not enjoying the bonfire that you had set up. Now, y'all, last week, I had stated how when Chris said he would rather have food catered and instead of cooking, I was like, yeah, I would understand. I would want my husband, spending more time with me than out on the grill because, on the grill, it takes a while. I didn't take into consideration that Monique was going to be the one who have to do the catering, who have to find the caterer and, make sure it, that caterer, caters to all the people there and what they do and don't eat. I didn't take that into consideration because where Monique is she's stuck with, she wants to be super mom and she can do everything, and also having a husband who was catered to as a football player. He's used to getting what he wants when he wants, and then you pile on that to that where she wants to be super mom and super wife. It's a lot on her plate. So I could understand, like, if that was the reason why she didn't want to cater is because she was going to have to do all the work, then I can understand that. But at this point, Candice, she is ready to leave because she's not trying to go there with Monique yet again. But since her Chris and Monique's Chris are good friends, she doesn't want her husband to, like, have to leave this trip because she's feeling some type of way with Monique. They get to singing happy birthday and Candice is upstairs, just like, okay, I'm trying to calm down. And they're like, where Candice at? She's like, she's probably packing because we got into it. I was like, we're not trying to do that. We're not trying to do that. We find out a little bit more about Wendy and her husband. Like, it seemed like they were doing like a whole, basically how your wife acts. First of all, Warren wasn't there because he had a game. Michael wasn't there because he was doing whatever. Giselle left, therefore Jamal will not be there. So it's just like Ray, both the Chris's, and Wendy's husband, whose name escapes me. I want to say it's Trent, but I don't think that's what it is. So I apologize for just calling him Wendy's husband. But anyways, we find out a little bit more about Wendy. Wendy and her husband, they have like a kind of like a Romeo and Juliet minus, the murder suicide situation. No, it wasn't murder suicide. It was suicide. My bad. It's Romeo and Juliet, and it's the fact that, like, their families don't get along. Their moms don't like each other, mainly because Wendy's mom is a female chief, and Wendy's husband's mom is either jealous or intimidated by the fact that, Wendy's mom is a female chief, and she feels like, okay, I cannot compete with this woman. It went so far as Wendy's in-laws did not even show up to the wedding. They barely know the grandkids, never met the granddaughter. I'm like, it is that deep that they didn't go to the wedding. And when as far as like told friends, if y'all go to the wedding, we no longer gonna be friends with y'all. I was like, man, I'm just thankful that I had wonderful in-laws. My mother-in-law was a wonderful woman, and she passed away in December. My father-in-law passed away in like June, so like I had wonderful in-laws, and not too many people can say that, but I was like, that's messed up. Like, you like don't talk to your child or your grandkids because you don't like your. It's not like they don't like Wendy; they just don't like Wendy's mama, and I think that is sad. So everybody leaves. Thanks, Chris and Monique for being very hospitable to them. Candice goes to, give Chris a hug, like, thank you for inviting me. Monique is laid out asleep on the couch. Now, Monique, the person of, okay, I'm going to be the perfect hostess. I'm going to do all these things. When it's time for Candice to leave, she is asleep on the couch. Candice did do a little thank you for, inviting me, kind of like tickle hand situation. Monique wasn't up to see that. So I'm thinking this was the straw that broke the camel's back as far as with Monique but in Candice. Candice, she is done. She ain't got time no more. She's just not going to do it anymore. Now lastly, the gossip sites have gotten hold of a picture of Michael in his boxer shorts. So that means somebody was in a hotel room with him while he was in his boxer shorts. They had a little picture of him out at the bar next to some young lady. Now he tells, Ashley that he was, went out and like some woman was getting on close up to him, but in the picture it didn't look like he was, resisting. Granted, it looked like he was sitting next to a lady at a bar, but his story is not matching up with what the picture says. So y'all, that was suggest. If I left anything out about me, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free $99. Make sure your notifications are on so when my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, you can share it with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. Now this is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.